All right, hello YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, candlecraftmagic.com. Candlecraft Magic on YouTube. Website is candlecraftmagic.com. So, what I'm going to show here is one of the Hekate candles that I do have on the website. I've been cleaning my altar. Goodness. And this one, I have two of them, but I'm going to bring this one out, okay, and use this one on a person that I have who is needs protection heavily right now. So this candle is the Hekate candle with the devotion prayer on it. So there's an image of her, and then you also have the prayer here. So it's always on your altar, in your face, while the candle is lit, when you need to feed your spell, oil, herbs, and the prayer. You don't have to look any further because this one will be right here on your candle. So this is the Hekate prayer candle on the website, okay? I'm going to incorporate this candle into this working right here today. So this candle is already loaded and dressed, and when you purchase it, it is also loaded and dressed with the appropriate herbs and oils that you need. Now, when you do get this candle, I want you to write on the candle with a black marker your name and your birth date going down the candle, and usually I put it on the right hand side of the candle. Now, this just is a marking of, who the candle is for, okay? So that's your name and your birth date going down the candle. So the candle knows who it's for. When the spirit walks up to your work, they read your work. They look at your altar. They read your candles. They read your petitions. You're going to knock it 3 times to wake it up again. I wake it up when you purchase it, but when it gets to your house, wake it up again, okay, by knocking it 3 times on a tabletop. Now, you want to write out your petition, and in this case, this is a protection spell, so I have the person's name and birth date 3 times going down, turning it completely to the right, and putting protection 9 times down the petition, okay? And then turning it again to where you began. The petition is going to go under your candle, okay? And then you're going to light it, calling your spirit guides, ancestors, and your deities. And you're also then, once it's lit, you're going to read the prayer out loud, or the chant, okay? This is a chant. All right, so now I am incorporating a protection jar for this individual because, like I said, the situation is pretty fierce. So I got a little jar here. You don't need a big jar. You can use jars that's in your kitchen. It doesn't matter, okay? So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to get the sage, and I am going to smudge my jar out, remove anything that is attached to it, and cleanse it out. Okay. Yeah, there was something already attached to it. The smoke is dark, and you don't want that smoke dark like that. Filling it up, doing the bottom, top. Want to get your lid. Also incorporate the lid, and then jar it real quick. Okay, jar the smoke in there. All right, I'll put that over there for a minute. Okay, now I'm going to incorporate 9 herbs into this. Look at that smoke, and they look cool. I'm going to incorporate 9 herbs into this spell here. I'll put that over there. So the person's picture. So when you're jarring someone, you want to have some kind of item of this person. So I have their photo here. I have their name on the back and their birth date on the back here. The first thing that I'm going to cover his face. The first thing I'm going to incorporate is rosemary. Okay, rosemary is a heavy protection herb, and if you have rosemary growing in the front of your house, that is an awesome place to have it because it's protecting your home. Okay, outside of the home. So I'm placing this rosemary into the jar, a little bit into the jar, but then I want to put it on the person's picture. I'm going to draw a pentacle with my hand in an energy ball. Yes. Got it. So what I just did was I sent protection energy to him where he is at right now. Okay? You could do that if you want to, but I just needed to do that for this individual. So placing Rosemary into the picture. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate salt, and this salt is going to go into the jar. Placing a pentacle because I'm working with Hekate. Okay. And then onto his picture. Okay. Here we go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use coriander. Coriander is a protection herb. And it's one that Hekate likes. Into the jar and into the picture. We also have cinnamon, which is a really nice protection spice. Energize it. Protection. Into the jar, into the picture. We also have garlic. Garlic is one of Hekate's favorite items, herbs, okay, spices, whatever it is. But garlic is also a heavy protection to protect from evil, and that's what we need for him right now, is to protect him from evil. And this is going to go into the jar with a pentacle into the jar. Okay, the next thing I have is 9 cloves. 9 cloves. I want to put more of surrounding him with, like, if you can picture iron nails, I want to protect him like that, okay? I'm using the cloves, imagining it surrounding him as iron nails, and that no one can cross that boundary. Okay? That will go on the picture, all right? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some sage to the jar. Blessing it. Protection. Then we are going to add some fiery wall of protection oil into the jar. And this is my homemade recipe, and you can find it on my website at candlecraftmagic.com. Where is my thing? Where's my dropper? Here's my dropper. This is going to go on his picture and into the jar. Some more to be. Last but not least, I want to add cedar. Cedar is one of Hekate's favorite, and also it is a heavy protection oil or element, and I put some in the jar and onto his photo. Okay, now I'm going to roll this photo towards me because we are drawing in him some protection. Turning it to the right, towards me again. Turn it to the right, towards me again. Turn it to the right, towards me again. There we go. And I'm going to add this into the jar. I'm going to add some more salt. Protect him and shield him from all harm. Protect him and shield him from all harm. Protect him and shield him from all harm. Some more to be. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to add a key to the jar. Placing the key in there, protecting him, surrounding him with the energy of Hekate, with the symbolization of a key that symbolizes Hekate. Then we are going to add some bottled water. Okay? It is a protection spell, but I do want to add the element of water to draw calming and peace around him. Calming and peace. Calming and peace. Calming and peace. Now we are going to jar it. Shake it up. And then you know your spell is hot on its tracks when you are doing jar work is when your jar is warm. You want to keep your jars warm. And you do that by placing candles on top of them all the time. Okay? Always keep something on your jar. In this case, we are going to put the petition and our Hekate candle on the jar to protect our loved one here from all harm. Again, you could purchase this candle at my website at candlecraftmagic.com. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to light this candle and recite this prayer here, this incantation of Hekate, Dark One, hear my plea. Bright justice now I ask of thee. Right the wrongs that have been done. Avenge him now, Almighty One. Turn misfortune back to those who cause his problems and his woes, and heap upon them karmic debt, lest they all too soon forget. Their wrongful actions, words, and deeds, don't let them get away scot-free. Bring them forth from where they hide. Bring swift justice, weed your knife. Hestus, Dark One, hear my plea. Do what it is I ask of thee. As I will it, so mote it be. So mote it be, everyone.